Under my leadership at Tino, I want to increase school spirit through spirit weeks and fun games such as spoons. Although I believe academics are really important, I believe that high school should be more than just that stepping block to college. I think it's important to live in the moment, and we can't really do that if we're constantly stressing about our test scores. When we look back at high school, not only do I want us to remember acing those really important exams, but also all those fun times of pulling those all-nighters for homecoming and dancing with our friends for rallies. By increasing school spirit, I hope that we'll be able to live that high school experience. One thing that I'm looking forward to implementing is a game called Spoons, which was originated in Limbrook. And I hope to make that a tradition for our amazing seniors under the approval of the admin, of course. So my goal is to make high school less stressful and overall a more fun place to be so we can live that high school experience.
Hey Tino, I'm Parth Patel and I'm running to be your ASB secretary. One thing I would like to change are the school announcements. I believe that if the school announcements are concise and organized, students will be able to effectively find the clubs that they want to attend in their meetings, as well as school activities. I would suggest that each club is limited to only one-sentence summaries in the school announcements, as well as school activities. This gives speakers time to elaborate on important information, such as times of where meetings are being held and the places where they're being held. An additional benefit to this would be that speakers will be able to repeat what they want to say, so that if students want to copy down this important information, they will be able to. So with that in mind, membership to clubs will increase, and overall this will help boost student motivation at our school.
In ASB, I know a lot of people have really great ideas, but sometimes I feel like there is a sort of inefficiency when it comes to executing some of these ideas. And I feel like that for large events such as Tino Gives or Springfest, it requires a lot of organization on ASB's part, and I feel like ASB could use more of that. So from this, I also see that some of ASB, the commissioners are sometimes a little bit unorganized, so as secretary, I hope to push to revise some of the roles of the current commissionerships and to make sure to keep everything organized. As secretary, I'll make sure to keep well-organized notes throughout meeting minutes and make sure to help encourage each other to follow through with their plans. And I also think it's really important that ASB should work more to go out of their way to talk to students and get their opinions, because I really believe that student opinion is really important when it comes to decision making and in ASB, and this would help benefit the student high school experience.
By being 2019's Vice President for 2 consecutive years, I learned a lot about Tino and gained a lot of leadership experience as well. Even though I may be the youngest candidate, I've been able to be part of the planning processes for over 6 rallies, 2 successful homecomings, big events such as Powder Puff, and several fundraisers as well. Even though things like purchasing boba for fundraisers or buying streamers for rallies may seem like easy tasks, there really is a lot more to that. For example, in order for these events to succeed, I have to actively communicate with my council members. I need to oversee the promotions and advertisements to advertise to other people what's going on, all while making sure we have the proper budget needed for prom. Through council, I've had the opportunity to meet many new people, and by doing that, I've gained more leadership experience by learning how to work well with these people and gain more feedback. By being ASB secretary, I'll be able to actively communicate and take notes in meetings and look to find more ways to get more feedback from people from all 4 classes. Simple things like monthly checkups where you guys can address your issues and we can discuss them in our meetings are things that I'm willing to implement. So, even though representing all of Tino is a really big step up from just representing the sophomore class, I think that my leadership experience for being vice president for 2 years has led me to be equipped with the necessary skills to be your ASB secretary.
As a secretary in the ASB classroom, it's important to understand the basics of parliamentary procedure. My experience from competing in the FBLA parliamentary procedure competition has taught me how to understand the way parliamentary procedure works in the classroom, as well as professional meetings. For example, learning about subsidiary motions, privilege motions, and incidental motions are vital to actually learning and creating an organized meeting. And because of my experience in this competition, I was able to lead my team to actually emulate a meeting where we use parliamentary procedure to create laws and changes to a body. With this in mind, I believe that under my leadership, I will be able to get things done quicker, faster, and more efficiently using competent knowledge on parliamentary procedure, and the school will be able to change and make changes at a much faster and efficient rate.
I think it's really important to have someone who has had ASB experience in the past on the executive team, because this way it would be more efficient to execute our ideas. And also, I'm currently an officer for the school's French Honor Society, where I learned how to lead a group and to serve in the best interest of students. And through what I learned through my high school experience so far, I'll make sure to hear the voices of the students in the school and to make sure that their opinion is heard and to make their concerns one of my priorities.
My favorite aspect of Tino is without a doubt our school participation. When our council started undergoing the long 4-month process for homecoming, I started questioning whether all those painting sessions for 6 hours were actually worth it. But by the end of homecoming week, I realized it was so worth it. It was so inspiring seeing all of you guys come together and work together on making like a 20-foot backdrop and 3 dances with like 100 participants. It's so encouraging to see you guys make sacrifices like giving up your lunches, giving up sleep, and giving up time after school to help us improve our homecoming. And all this overall made the highlight of our year. I also am really passionate about giving back to you guys because of your motivation to better our community through events such as Tino Gives. By raising over $1,000, it really encouraged me to see the time that you guys spend to put work into things that are outside of just your studies. So I am really encouraged to build on that, build on this school spirit by continuing to promote these events better to increase more student participation. Thank you!
My favorite aspect of Tino would definitely be the diverse student body that we have here. People here are talented in so many different types of things, ranging from the arts, to the sciences, to mathematics and technology. And under my leadership, I would like to enrich this tradition that we have at Tino by providing students with easier ways to access information about meetings and school activities. Like I've stated before, when we make our school announcements more organized and concise and shorter, it gives speakers more time to relay information that's relevant. And when information is relevant, students will be able to find the things that they love to do. And I believe that using the school announcements is an important tool. Cutting down on the announcements will help us find the things that interest us and helps the incoming freshmen, also the seniors and the freshmen, to find the things that they love to do.
So one of my favorite aspects of Tino is the students' willingness to participate in the activities ranging from clubs to rallies. And I really love how the students are willing to participate in these programs and have a broad variety of interests throughout the student body. But what I hope to do is to elevate the student participation at our school by creating more events that would help benefit the Tino student body and the community as a whole. So, for example, the Tino Gives fundraiser is a really great idea, and I hope to continue such events to give back to the Tino community and to the larger community as a whole.